What's up, Scorpio, and welcome to your weekly reading for October 31st through November 6th. First of all, happy Halloween and Day of the Dead to all of you that celebrate out there. And second, I'm going to do this reading just a little different. I usually start with like the energy cards to like pick up on the energy. We're going to see what advice from Spirit that they want to tell you. Usually this deck I pull at the end as like, an advice card, but Mars did just go retrograde, and I'm feeling like there's a lot of attention that needs to be focused on the way that we react to things. So Mars going retrograde really wants us to focus on those things, like, not getting into hostile situations, taking the high road, kind of being the bigger person as far as when it comes to how we react about things. That's kind of like the best way I could put it in simplest terms. So we're going to start with, like I said, an angel card, advice on how Spirit wants you to deal with, or more so what they want you to focus on dealing with. So what does Scorpio need to focus on this week? Please and thank you, Spirit. What do we have for Scorpio? Oh, okay. You guys got two, so I will take it. The first one we got is giving and receiving. Okay, giving and receiving, and I will read that in a second. And then the next one we got was see only love. Okay, I could already see what this is talking about right away, but I'm going to go ahead and read what it says to you right here, and then we'll pull some tarot and we'll see how it fits all together. So with this first one, giving and receiving, it says, the entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalations and exhalations. When you only exhale, give, or only inhale, receive, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy, and replenishment, balance each inhalation in your life with an exhalation. Okay, so all about giving and receiving. Let's see, I was just going to put one, but now I don't know how to set up two. Okay, so this next one is see only love. Look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings, and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. So right away, before I read these two out of the book, right away, this is talking about a situation where there is no balance, or that has become unbalanced. I don't want to say that there is no balance, because things just become unbalanced, Something has become unbalanced in your life in regards to giving and receiving. So take it as it resonates, only you know how this fits in your life. But if you are giving too much, you start to become resentful, right? You start to become resentful. You take it out on that person that you feel like you are giving too much, that you are not receiving anything from, or vice versa. So if you are taking too much instead of giving, you start to feel guilty. These are both really low vibrational energies. So no matter what, you kind of lose when you're out of balance in this giving and receiving ratio. With this see only love right here, I feel like these negative energies that you fell into because of this unbalance is creating this negative layer over the actual situation. So for example, you could be, say you're giving too much, right? And say it's a partner. Then you feel like you've been giving too much, as far as time, energy, whatever it is. You are the one giving most of whatever fits, right? Like I said, you start to become resentful. Now, this resentment is going to layer over this relationship that should be based on love, right? The reason that you stay stuck there is because the communication isn't open, right? And that's kind of just a message that I got for very few of you guys. I'm so sorry. I can't even speak right now because so many messages are coming in. A few of you out there, this is surrounding your communication. To unbalance or to rebalance this, all it takes is communicating, first of all, your feelings, and second of all, what you feel about the other people or person involved. So back to that first example. If you're giving too much, that layer of resentment is over your relationship where there should be love and open communication, right? That's where this card is coming in. And it says how it says right here, look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings. The misunderstanding words really stood out to me. What I mean by that is not everyone is bad in this situation. There's not always a wrong or right. When something becomes out of balance, it's just out of balance. And that's where this resentment layer over your relationship is really going to start to deteriorate the base, the love of the relationship. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense. I'm using this very specific example because I'm picking up like that's a lot of what's going on for a lot of you Scorpios out there. Now, this could be different. This could be like, you know, in a friendship. This could be at work, you know, anything where there is unbalanced of giving and receiving. No matter what, if you are giving too much or receiving too much, there's a toxic layer there, either of resentment or of guilt. Like I said, both vibe really low, right? That's where this see only love comes in. Spirit wants you to, first of all, not be so hard on yourself if you are taking too much. And second of all, don't be so harsh on the people that you feel you are giving too much to. Most of the time, these things come out of a misunderstanding. Like I said, that word really stuck out to me. A misunderstanding or a closed communication, that the communication isn't open properly. And what I mean by that is this person that is giving too much is usually the first person that wants to speak about it. Of course, if we're receiving, it takes a little bit longer to see that could be affecting the person who's giving too much. Does that make sense? The first person to really notice this is the one that's giving too much. But because we're conditioned to not speak up, to not be annoying, to not be a burden, we don't want to say anything. But you need to say something, Scorpio. You need to say something in a loving way, That's where this card is really standing out, because there is this misunderstanding here, and not so much a misunderstanding, but I guarantee you, once you speak up and tell the other person involved that, hey, you know, I need you to help out. I feel this, I feel A, B, and C about the way that our giving and receiving ratio is. For the most part, and I really do have faith in it with this card coming out, that other person involved is 100% with you. Of course I want to help you. Of course I want things to be balanced. You know, now that you mention it, I feel like I've been taking too much and it's making me feel guilty. Do you know what I mean? Like that line of communication could really make or break the situation. And I feel like that is what Spirit wants you to focus on. As far as like how I was saying, reacting to things, right? With this Mercury retrograde, maybe a lot of you guys have let this unbalanced giving and receiving ratio build a resentment. And what happens when resentment builds? It's got to go somewhere, right? It's going to explode. And right when I said that, the Ten of Swords, while I start to shuffle the tarot deck, the Ten of Swords comes out. So this needs to end. You guys reacting to your what you are aware of is out of balance in this giving and receiving. Reacting negatively is not going to solve it. It's not going to solve it. Spirit and your angels really want you to see the love in the situation. Oh, 1 second too. Before I pull the tarot, let me actually read these from the book just to go a little bit deeper. And I can already tell this reading might be a little bit longer than usual. I'll try to make it quick with the tarot cards, but really strong messages from these two cards already before I even get into the tarot. I mean, it like slapped me in the face. I couldn't even talk, because it's like Spirit really wants you to like stop for a second, take a deep breath, and see the truth in the situation, not just the emotions that you feel from it. Because like I said, they're going to be clouded with this low vibrational energy of either resentment or guilt. Right? So like take a step back from that and see the love in the situation. So let's start with giving and receiving. Oh, if I can find it. Okay. It says, the angels sent this card to you because your giving and receiving ratio has been out of balance lately. If you've been giving much more than receiving, you've likely been feeling that others are taking advantage of your kindness. If your imbalance is in receiving more than giving, you may have felt uneasy, depressed, or even guilty. And real quick, I feel like for a lot of you guys, this was just a message that just came to me right now with that sentence. Some of you guys may be in both of these situations where you feel like you're giving too much, and that shoots you to the other side of the spectrum where you feel like you have to take because you've been taken advantage of, or vice versa. So don't go to either extremes out of, your emotions about it. Does that make sense? Anyways, moving on. While it's impossible to be perfectly balance giving and receiving each day, you can strike a healthy balance. To do so, make sure you give something like time, money, a gift, or compliments on a daily basis without expecting anything in return. On the same day, be a gracious receiver to unexpected offers of help, compliments, or other gifts. Say thank you without embarrassment or guilt. In relationships where you're the primary giver, express your needs and ask for help. Yes, that was a really strong message I was getting. And then let me go ahead and read this See Only Love, because like I said, this really does make a difference with this card coming out with this one. So it says, the angels gave you this card as a reminder to see yourself, others, and every situation through their eyes. When you focus on love, anything that's unloving falls away. It's like turning on a light to diminish the previous darkness. Call upon the angels whenever you need help to elevate your vision to a more loving vantage point. And the additional meanings for this card, it says, look past the personalities and egos of others and see the angel within them. The angels can help you with this if it seems difficult. Forgive, release anger, hurt, or judgments to the angels. Affirm what you desire instead of what you fear. So right here where it says release anger, hurt, and judgments to the angels, that was standing out really strong to me too. It's like, don't judge the other person on whatever spectrum you are on. So say you're on the giving side, don't judge the receiving side, and vice versa. I know it's easier for the giving to judge the receiving because it's usually the receiving feels like or the giving side feels like they're being taken advantage of by the receiving. And like I said, communication, big thing here. Communicate your needs, communicate your feelings, Scorpio. I know it can be hard and scary because you don't want to look, you just don't want to look a type of way. I get it. But we have to in this situation to find balance. So what other messages? Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles. Yes, this is like, to me, this is like the church community card, a group of people that share your same vision. And that's what I mean by the other end of that. Like if you were to speak up to, if this is like a relationship, even not a relationship, romantic relationship, just the other person involved or the other parties involved. If you were to speak up, I feel like for the most part, these people will be on the same page as you. They'll be like, oh yeah, I'm here for you, dude. Like I didn't know you felt this way. Let me help you. Right? And right now I just saw the Star card while I was shuffling. So that's your hopes and your wishes fulfilled. So it's like you really do want this. You want the other person or people involved to understand, and they do. They do. And right now we just got the Devil in reverse. So it's like, yeah, this toxic energy or this toxic layer that I said was over this, it will come to an end, or at least Spirit wants you to put it to an end. They don't want you to see this as a toxic situation. See it with love. Because for the most part, both parties are not wrong here. It's just out of balance, right? It's out of balance. And that's where we need to work together with the people or person involved to bring it back into balance. We're depicting almost like a fake devil here. You think that the devil is involved, but it's really not. It's not. And I mean the devil as in this card, toxic energy, In some cases, some of you guys may even think that this other person is the devil, They just take from me. Maybe they just feel like you want to, oh shoot, not going to take all those, but maybe they feel that was the role that you guys, agreed to. Who knows, If this is a job, you may be thinking like, oh my God, my boss is the devil. Maybe you just need to speak up a little bit more. And then here we go with the Knight of Swords. This is fast communication coming in. Like I said, I was getting a really strong message around communication. I know it didn't really say anything about it, but I guess that's me just speaking out of personal experience with this unbalanced ratio. There really needs to be communication on both ends. Do not feel bad. Do not feel like the bad guy if you need to speak up about what you need. If you feel like you are giving too much, even if that's what you want to do, you want to give, you still want to feel that you are being reciprocated, that energy, right? And you just need to speak up about that. Like I said, for the most part, I feel like the other people involved or person involved wants to make you feel that way. They just don't know. It's like, just without this communication, there's just no getting to it, to the bottom of it, if that makes sense. But these people involved are with you. They're on the same page as you. It's not as toxic as you think. You guys have the power in your hands. And I do sense quick communication coming in soon. So that's beautiful. I love that for you guys. I hope those messages resonated. But those are your messages, Scorpio. Sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care.